10 million viewers.
Really?
People.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's an overnight figure. That's an overnight figure.
an overnight figure.
That's an overnight figure.
There wasn't hardly any change, and I think that is the charm of the Bake Off. The only thing I slightly had an issue with was the sort of pre-credit sequence where they were talking about like I applied, and first I was nervous about the tent and things like that, and I just thought it was a bit sort of like you get at the beginning of X Factor and Britain's Got Talent, and they're all like performing in their rooms and stuff like that. But once they rolled in, once they started the first challenge, it was business as usual. They were talking about cracks and domes.
You wrote a review which I read, and I may have misread your review or took it wrongly, but I hope I didn't, because I felt the same. It took me a while.
Yeah.
Took me a while to like it again. I don't know why.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say
by the second challenge, I was like, okay, we're back.
It's
we're
like
home.
an old. I said in that review, I said it's like sort of welcoming an old friend, isn't it? It's like by the end, I was like, oh, it hasn't really been away. It hasn't changed all that much.
This is a show that everybody likes. I can sit down and watch with the family, and but I really enjoy it. I genuinely don't understand the massive appeal that it has.
It's a pastime that a lot, everyone can get into easily, and I think the characters are quite easy to like. Mary Berry. It's just nice to have like a show about baking. And Gary, as you always say when we talk about the Bake Off.
Oh, I bloody love cake.
There we go.
God, it's like we trained him.
Yeah.
That was worth calling him back
as well. What I liked is that even though there were 12 contestants, I didn't feel like I sometimes feel with The Apprentice. You got to feel you got to know them very quickly. I already felt like they did that. They do that very, very well in this show. And again, Mel and Sue are just so good at presenting. They put you, the viewer, at ease. And I mean, one of the things that I loved about last night's show was I'm not obviously. Hey, surprise, surprise! I'm not too good with names. The woman whose cake fell apart at the end. I thought it was great
Dorrit.
when Sue just came in and went, "It's only a cake. Don't worry about it." The whole show's about
don't
baking.
put it in the bin. Don't put it in the bin.
Yeah, don't put it in the bin. Yeah. It's like she was just like, it's only a bit of cake, just like another show. If Simon Cowell was to tell, don't worry, it's only a recording contract, it's only about singing, they'd go mad. That's the whole point of the show.
No, I agree with you, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's all a bit of fun at the end of the day.
The only thing that slightly annoyed me last night, Paul Hollywood is becoming a bit of a caricature of himself.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The stares,
I agree.
The glares.
Yeah, the glare, the fact that he doesn't say much, it's becoming a little bit too characterised. He's certainly not to Cow levels yet, but
no. And with ratings like that, this show's going to go on and on and on and on. But
I think this is the show that deserved to be moved to BBC One, probably even earlier than it was.